It is hard to find forecasts that are specific to the Denver housing market. So if you're one of those people who likes to look ahead before making decisions, this video is for you. I have summarized the key insights from 5 different economic experts, most notably Meridith Moon, the chief economist at Metro Denver Economic Development Corporation, that's a mouthful, and the famous and fun Elliot Eisenberg, chief economist at Graphs and Laughs. For more information or my sources, please text me. And remember, of course, no one knows the future. The best any of us can do is compare the current market dynamics to what has occurred in the past and make a guess about what will happen in the future. Here are our common themes: population change, inflation, affordability, supply issues, recession, rate cuts, buyer demand, sentiment, affordability. Okay, so let's start with the most common thread among all the economists. The population is increasing. We all love millennials, right? Every economist spoke about the professionally successful millennial ready to purchase a home in Denver because of the appeal of both the mountain and urban lifestyle. An influx of population continues to keep Colorado as one of the fastest growing states. We're top 12 in the nation right now. However, Denver is not cheap, with the CPI higher than the national average in most categories, especially housing. For the cost of living index, Denver is at 109 compared to the national average of 100. Inflation in Colorado is 5.2% versus US at 3.6%, primarily due to rents because housing is a sticky metric. Affordability is the continuing issue, at an all-time high of 44% of income for the average principal and interest payment. And only 3% of all housing is considered affordable housing. There's growing demand for smaller single-family homes and larger multifamily like condos or townhomes, which has been the focus of builders the past few years. Even as rates drop, sellers are slow to list their homes for sale because they are locked into a mortgage rate under 5%. That means less new listings in December, less than any December since 2011. That's a big deal. So are new builds the answer? Yes and no. Builders are optimistic in Colorado, but starts are down 36% last year, with land prices high and cap rates low on build to rent. There could be a hole in this market in a couple of years. So is there a recession? Dr. Eisenberg was the only expert on the panel concerned about a true recession because of possible job loss, specifically as savings declines and consumer spending decreased, causing companies to cut jobs. But are we Americans really going to spend less money? Some are saying that we will have a soft landing with no recession and a bumpy ride down as interest rates fall. However, 10 out of 13 times rates have been raised like they were in 2023. The US has experienced a recession. There are a number of national indicators to watch, but the drive of Denver home prices will continue to be supply and demand. Rate cuts are old news. The Fed guaranteed to lower the rate at least 3 times, predicting that it would hover around 6% by the end of 2024, which, on a side note, that is not much lower than the 6 1/8 I was quoted on the day that I made my part 1 predictions. I believe this because investor sentiment will have already priced in some of these cuts, and inflation numbers are sticky, and other economic factors like jobless claims and consumer spending and saving rates will impact the gravity of the actual rate cuts. But I digress on my own opinions. The timing by which these rate cuts occur could soften the typical fall pullback of prices, keeping prices higher for longer this year. The seasonal fluctuation of prices will continue into 2024 with the greatest appreciation in the spring months. Realtor.com is the only source that claims Denver will experience depreciation. Buyer demand is affected by purchasing power, and purchasing power is directly related to the interest rate. For example, at the same payment, you can afford $50,000 more home with a 1% lower interest rate. As rates fell steadily in December of 2023, buyers were out, making 13% more offers than in December the previous year. This is a symptom of pent-up demand. Every month of 2023 closed 10 to 40% less homes, ending the year at 12% more pending, indicating a potential earlier spring season this year. Sellers can expect to be on the market for a more normal 1 to 2 months, and rates approaching the sixes, buyers will still be cautious. The sentiment of the industry should not be ignored. Back in 2022, as rates were jumping at all-time records, many of us were wondering if we would be out of a career. I thought maybe I could be a waitress. But builders, lenders, realtors, and investors alike are optimistic right now for 2024. I hope I have the chance to help you as you plan and dream up your future. My name's Heather O'Leary. I'm with Kentwood Real Estate. Give me a call.